Because you will hear them, and they will appear to be one thing, and they're not. They'll be representatives of the dark. This is the war that we spoke of. It's the war of belief. Light and dark is clashing in a multi-dimensional way, in a back and forth way that you didn't expect, and it's not as simple as not being afraid. Dark will trick you if you let it. Dark will come along and say, well, have you found your life's purpose yet? And most of the light workers in the room will say, not really. But I know I will someday. And the darkness will say, it's too late. For you failed God and you failed yourself, and you'll never do the things you came for. And darkness is so 3D. I want you to watch for this, dear ones, for this is how you're going to know what is dark and what is not. If darkness tells you you failed, that is not the light. If anyone on this planet stands in front of you and says you haven't found your contract and when are you going to get with it spiritually, that's not the light. And I will give you the truth. And the truth is something that I have given over and over. Light workers are here to stand and show their light, not to do things. You were born on the planet to walk from A to B, to have compassion for other human beings, and to show the family what love is, to show the workers around you what love is, to be gentle in your countenance and act like a master, not to write a book or build a healing center or do any of the other things that you've been told you might be doing. As the energy shifts, the crystalline grid, even in past remembrances, shift. What you do today rewrites how the crystalline grid remembered it yesterday. And here you are with the axiom that I have given you before, that what you do in the future changes the past. For the crystalline grid is becoming less linear than it used to be, and is going to start remembering things far differently than it used to be. To such an extent that a light worker standing in a battlefield will forever erase what happened in battle. And we have told you to expect this. You are rewriting self-worth. And it's hard.
good as my first one. I miss my first one. But this is still a good mop. Sometimes you just have to take what life gives you. Because life is like a mop. And sometimes life gets full of dirt and crud and bugs and hairballs and stuff. You gotta clean it out. You gotta put it in here and rinse it off and start all over again. And sometimes life sticks to the floor so bad. You know, a mop is not good enough. It's not good enough. You gotta get down there like with a toothbrush, you know, and you gotta really scrub. You gotta get it off. You gotta really try to get it off. But if that doesn't work, you can't give up. You gotta stand right up. You gotta run to a window and say, "Hey, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore."
Being here is what you came for. And we celebrate this light. And as long as you walk on the earth and understand this, darkness cannot touch you. Your self-worth is your Achilles heel. Oh, so what are you going to do about it? I want you to understand that there is a process available. When you start rewriting that part of your DNA, not living another 18 or 19 lifetimes until you feel better, but you do it now. I want you to envision that which is perfect in you, which is the love of God in you at its perfection, and I want you to claim it. See the light in different colors and walk from this place capturing something you never thought you'd have, because you're gonna need it. That here comes a should. It's the same should I gave you before once. It's the only should that Brian is ever gonna give any human being, and that is you should. Capture that which is the love of God and don't let go. Don't let the intellect trick you into thinking you gotta go one way or the other. If you hold the Master's energy, nothing can touch you. You're in a new energy, and this has been the subject. And we have told you some amazing things that only time will prove. We gave you messages that were not fortune-telling, but were based upon that which the indigenous of the planet all knew, and the prophecies were starting to come about. And this is what the prophecy always was, and the indigenous knew it. All centered around what has been called the wobble of the earth, or the precession of the equinoxes. And if you do the mathematics and the astronomy, you will see that there is an 18-year window from now to the end of that precession. It is critical. 18 years. This is the second of the 18. This is the structure year. What we mean by that is this is the year where you plant the seed. This is the year where you start figuring out what to do. This is the year where you start to have a confluence of understanding, which means you connect the dots. But the purest of the channels are the ones when there is no filter at all. That is difficult, and it takes practice. Sometimes the human will step in and out, even during channel. The filter will be there, and then it will be removed. And this is a channel who is practicing. And so we give you this information because it applies to your everyday life. When you are in a position to practice your intuitive self, take the filter away. The filter will tell you what your brain wants you to hear, instead of that which is coming through the pineal, which is pure intuitive thought. It is this practice which will pay off with a pure intuitive communication, which will then bring about a clearer, much clearer combination and confluence of what we would call life energy, giving you permission to be in the right place at the right time. Some of you are going to start having dreams, the old souls, and you're going to start seeing masters. You're going to levitate. You're going to have colors all in your dreams, and you won't know what they mean. You're going to wake up, and you're going to smile when you wake up, because they felt good. From that
place is just the opposite. So many of you have, old soul I know, who's here. Do you realize some of the horrors you've been through? Do you know what is etched into your akash that gives you lack of self-worth? I want you to start understanding this is going to start moving into the positive. And you don't have to be reborn into a new lifetime for this to occur. You've crossed the marker and you deserve it now, and that's number 2. The way the Akash delivers remembrance to you is going to flip into the positive. Not give you problems, but it's going to give you solutions and also suggestions. And maybe even some inventions. And so there is a settling and a shakeout in so many areas right now. It's fast tracking. It's helping you get to the next stage quicker than you would have by yourself because you are surrounded with help. The very earth itself and the personality you know as Gaia and Mother Nature smiles right now and looks at you and says, you deserve it, and we're here. All of the things that I've said today